Welcome to the Palm Harbor Chamber Podcast. I'm your host, Kert Rhodes, and today we have the newlywed, Julie O'Brien.
Hey, Kurt. How you doing? I'm doing great.
Very good. Congratulations. You get married 2 days ago.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So who is Julie O'Brien? Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. So I guess I've been in Palm Harbor. I grew up in Chicago, and the Chicago suburbs. And
When did you move down here?
Almost 30 years ago. So, and I was 30 when I moved down here. So pretty soon it'll be equal time served.
Okay. So now you're called a Floridian.
Yes. I think I've been here now. My Chicago people don't always agree with me being a Bucks fan and all that, but
whatever.
that's okay.
I'm sure you're not missing the snow.
No.
And the crazy wind.
Absolutely not.
It's amazing how much wind they get.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
Great city, but I don't know if I could live there.
Visit in the summer. But yeah,
Good.
we that was the whole reason we moved. Strictly weather motivated.
Yeah.
No friends, no family, no jobs, nothing. Just said, let's go.
Let's go south.
My son was 2 years old, so I said, well, at least if we don't like it, we can go back and we won't be pulling him in and out of school. So it was a great move. We loved Palm Harbor and we stayed. So
Awesome. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yep.
So, Julie the jeweler,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Because I met you, oh gosh, I don't know how many years ago, but it was at a previous establishment, and made my ring, made my necklace, made my wife's ring, and probably a bunch of other things I don't even know about, but it's okay.
Yep, I had a fantastic previous life in the jewelry industry. I think I started in 1986 is when I started in the jewelry industry, working for corporate. Moved to Florida, found a wonderful place to call home for 25 Christmases. I had worked there almost a little over 24 years.
Okay.
And retired from there. Took 2 years to help my kids and do some things, and then was really sad and missing my clients and my jewelry talk all the time. And I love jewelry. I have a passion for it. Good. So I tried to decide what can I do that I could still use the knowledge I've gained over the years and do what I love. And I decided, since we live in the world of Amazon and everything comes to you, well, you know what? Why can't your jeweler come to you, right?
Yeah.
So
I like the approach.
Yeah. So I partnered with a craftsman because I don't use a torch, but I do. I get all the logistics of it, so I know how it's done. I just don't physically do it. And I work with a lot of designers that I've built relationships with over, 30 plus years. So I have access to so much. Plus, all the other things that traditional jewelers do, jewelry appraisals and sourcing great gemstones, doing custom designs, repurposing old jewelry that you already have.
Right.
I pay cash for gold.
Right.
There's just a lot to it.
Yeah, because as a consumer, we don't know all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
We walk in, say if it was a store, or you come to us, right?
Exactly.
And you're saying, okay, what do you want? And I say, I want a ring, and I want it blue, and I want it silver, and I want a necklace, and I want this, I want that. So you help them kind of guide them to what they may need or
what their options
may
are.
not want.
Yeah.
Right? So give them as many options as possible.
Exactly. I always tell people, I'm not a salesperson. I am not here to sell you anything. I am here to help you decide what avenue you need to take to get to your goal. And if you don't know what your goal is, well, let's talk it through.
Yeah.
And we'll find it.
Because I think the majority of your customers, this is my opinion, but I would think most of your customers, it's kind of like insurance. Like, I don't know much about insurance. Can you help me, Julie?
Yeah.
Can you help me with this ring, or what it looks like, and the colors and design, and there's probably a lot to it that people don't understand. I think people visualize a ring, and I want it to cost X amount of dollars.
Right.
You fill in the rest.
Exactly.
All right.
That's pretty much how it works. A lot of the time, it's just.
So let's do this. Why don't you walk me through a very basic ABC customer
Okay.
that wanted whatever it is just give me a basic, so the audience can say, okay, what does really Julie do if she's actually going to the customer's home, wherever they reside, and you're helping them for whatever they want from a
Right.
jewelry standpoint. Let's walk through that process real quick.
Okay, let's just take example A. Somebody's looking for an engagement ring.
Okay.
They have nothing to work with, because I will usually ask, do you have a gemstone? Do you have any old jewelry you want to work with?
Okay.
No. Do you know what shape, size, that kind of, what metal color does she like? Does she like yellow gold? Does she like platinum, white
Okay.
gold? Sometimes they want to know the difference between white gold, yellow gold, and platinum,
Okay.
and I'll explain it. And just kind of get a general idea. Lately, I would say, for as many years as I can remember right now, people have their phone out and they're like, well, she likes this, this, and this.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So they show you
let's
some
work from
images.
that. But most of the time it's like, well, I don't want to just pick one of these. I want to make it my own. Of course they want to make it their own. So
Correct.
it's like, okay, well, let's take part of this ring. Let's take part of this ring. And we can either find it already made by a designer and I can order it, put it together. Or if we can't find it and it's special, which they're all special, but if it's like something I can't find, we will actually do a sketch, a little hand drawing, and then we do a 3D CAD CAM drawing of it so you can
Okay.
actually see it.
Right.
Be a 3D rendering, and then we make a 3D print out of that. And from there we cast it, set all the stones, and it works very similar in if you already have your grandma's diamond or
okay.
her mom's diamond. We do the same steps, just using your gold, diamonds, gemstones, whatever you have, versus me ordering them in for you to choose from.
Yeah.
And I do give you choices. It's okay, do you want what color, what clarity, what size, what shape?
Right.
And then we hone it in. And once we're on it, okay, we're going to do a 2-carat round brilliant diamond, and it's this color, this clarity, this proportionate shape, etc., how much it is. And then I get like 2 or 3 in to show you. You get to view them, because even if they're exactly the same on paper, they're not exactly the same to your naked eye.
Right.
And one is just going to speak to you. And so this
Right.
is the one we're keeping,
Okay.
sending the other ones back. We make it all happen.
Interesting. Yeah, because I think a lot of people probably walk in that door, or you walk into the door, and they're just like, oh my gosh. They have a visualization of how much they may want to spend.
Right.
Or maybe the color, but everything else in between is kind of Greek
Blurry,
for them, right?
yeah. For sure.
So, and that's where you come into play. You that experience of 30 some odd years that you've been in this industry helps a lot.
Yes,
So
definitely.
do you mainly work through referrals? Is that mainly your business? Is
Mainly referrals,
which,
yes.
Which speaks volumes.
Yeah, mainly referrals. It does take, because if you're going into somebody's home or someone's office, they want to know who's coming in, right?
Sure.
So, and I want to know where I'm going,
Right.
So if somebody calls me on the phone, where they can get my phone number anywhere, where am I going? Do I know you? Do I know anybody who knows you? Well, security purpose.
Sure.
I want to know who I'm working with, but
Yeah.
but mainly I work with people who've already worked with me. They know that I'm going to follow through step by step, deliver what they wanted, and not, I take away all that pressure off of
Yeah.
them. They don't have to go shopping. They don't have to worry about, oh, well, hey, I'll come over Sunday morning. Let's meet for brunch. Or,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
That was the approach we had.
Yeah.
Even though at the very beginning, knowing you and kind of you were kind of like our jeweler, if you will. But every time I thought about jewelry, I thought about you and wanted
Right.
to maybe run a scenario by you and how
Right.
you can help me or fix something or whatever the case may be. So and I think you have that prestige in the chamber
Yeah.
of, if we need some jewelry, we know who to call. It's that
Right.
simple,
Yeah.
right?
I've definitely enjoyed my time being active in the chamber.
Yeah.
Like I said, in my previous jewelry life, I was lucky to be a part of the chamber then, and I got to
Right.
know people. And
Yep.
then when I was on my own, and even with my husband's business, we were very involved in the chamber. And now on my with my new company, I'm blessed to have time to be able to volunteer. I'm on the ambassadors committee, and I get to help with things, go fetch and carry.
You're taking all the words out of my mouth.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding. No, it's good. It's good because
Yeah.
that's where I wanted to kind of. That was a segue.
Yeah.
Of getting into the chamber.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm sorry to interrupt you,
No,
but I
that's
thought that was
okay.
kind of funny because you were going.
Yeah.
Because being an ambassador, what do you think? Why did you want to become an ambassador? And for the folks that are at home, our ambassadors, we have about 10, 12, maybe 14 ambassadors. And all these ambassadors really make a lot of decisions on the different events that are coming up because we have to kind of work behind the scenes and set these events up.
Right.
So they run smoothly. It just doesn't happen with the snap of a finger.
Right.
So talk about your experience about becoming an ambassador.
Yeah, it's so obviously we have a community of people, and then we have a community,
All different walks of life.
Yeah, and we have a community of chamber people within that community, and we help support each other's businesses, and maybe it's not just business as far as like referring business. It's like, Kurt, who's your accountant? You know, who are you using? I know this one, this one, this one. And, oh, you know what? This one's going to fit your need for this, or any kind of business we have. But it's also giving back to the community, even just your neighbors who aren't part of the chamber. They don't own a business and they're not part of the chamber, but you're still helping your community grow, be an active town. Just having those town events, you know,
Right.
it keeps that old fashioned feel in our community as far as the Christmas parades and the golf outings and all those things that we do as a chamber. But
not having a town hall, you know, the chamber
Yeah.
has to make a lot of these decisions for a lot of our events. And
we're unincorporated, so
unincorporated, correct?
we have our honorary mayor, which is one of our becoming the honorary mayor. I think people don't realize sometimes it's not just voting for your honorary mayor so the chamber has one. This is a huge fundraising event for their choice of the charity. They pick a charity, and and it costs money to vote, and the votes support their charity, which is a wonderful thing. Our community needs that. I mean,
it also gives them a good chance for the whole year to brand themselves.
Absolutely.
And the business that they work for or own.
Definitely.
And how they can give back to the community and be at a lot of these events, because what does that build? It builds trust for all of our members.
Absolutely.
When they see or know somebody. So being a chamber member, where you started, where I started, we were just members. And
Right.
we
Just a
kind
member.
of, you know, felt around and met some people and, you know, become relationships with a lot of these people, and we gave back to the community. But, you know, being that next step, the ambassador just gives you another kind of layer of being a member. So, and it's,
I love it.
I think most people, or I'd say probably all of our ambassadors, we're willing to sacrifice our time to help out our community
Absolutely.
with all our different events.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Right here talking to you.
All right. That's a good answer.
Well, definitely still in Palm Harbor. I have no plans to go anywhere in
Yeah.
the immediate future, but you know, I'd like to keep helping our community grow and plan more events with you guys.
Okay.
Julie, my jeweler, as far as I know, will just stay around. I might not work, you know, 24/7, but I'll still be around for when people do need me. And
Yeah. So you need your services.
yeah.
Do you have a website?
I do have a website. It's
What is that?
www.juliemyjeweler.com.
juliemyjeweler.com.
That's it.
Phone number?
727-251-5337.
Awesome. And now, are you on social media platforms at all?
I do. I have my personal, of course, but my business page is Julie My Jeweler on Facebook.
Okay.
Instagram, I have Julie My Jeweler. Try to keep it pretty consistent so
Right.
people can remember. My email is juliemyjeweler
Right.
at Gmail, so it's just keep it simple.
Right. So let's talk about, because the audience is probably watching, why did Julie become a chamber member?
So I became a chamber member because I feel like it's giving back to my community. I wanted to know the other business owners in Palm Harbor and the surrounding area, because we do have some outside, and see how I could help them. I believe in helping our neighbors and the business owners that need, maybe they're new and they need help growing. Maybe they're longtime business members that are kind of feeling burnt out and they need to get some energy back from other people. And then just the community, it's really important. We do a lot. Feast Food Pantry does so much for our community. And we as a chamber support them wholeheartedly.
Yes, we do.
And
yes, we do.
That's an important part of the community. Again, giving back to that, saying, okay, we got to do this all year long, not just Christmas and Thanksgiving. So
what do you think? What do you think you've learned from the chamber? Because sometimes people, I mean, our audience and my experience 7 years ago when I joined, I didn't know exactly what the chamber did. I know it was a collective of people that went out and kind of helped the community and what have you, and that's kind of why I joined. But I was curious what you think.
All those things you just said, but there's also the chamber puts on free classes for certain things. We do, so for example, when you become a new chamber member, we do a welcome. The name is escaping me.
I know.
Like
open
a
house.
new.
It's gotta go open house.
Yeah, and then we have a class. We hold a newcomers.
Yes.
And we help people put their web page together,
profile
make sure their profile,
Yep.
and that's all free. And it's other chamber members that come in and do that and volunteer their services. There's always somebody putting on not an event, but a educational something here. And if you look at the calendar of events on the chamber's website, it tells you all these events that are happening. And again, most of that's all volunteer from, say, Jeff and Nancy come in from Known Digital.
Yeah.
And they're going to come in and help you with your website, your social, anything that you have questions about. And they will put it on here periodically, and it's free.
Yeah.
And you have other members that will come in and do an open house. We have our business before hours, our business after hours, and
a lot of different things for a lot of different people.
Yeah, you get to see their business, how it really runs, and I don't know. I've learned all the things that are available that I didn't know were.
Well, that's perfect. Because what I'm about to say. Yeah. Do you think the chamber has helped you become more of a well-rounded person? Absolutely,
definitely. I mean, there's.
In what ways? I mean, is it communication? Is it speaking? What is it?
I think speaking. The more you can speak, it helps you convey what you do. I mean, I'm not the world's greatest speaker, but I mean, somebody asked me a question. I also find that it helps other people new to the chamber. I'll say, hey, welcome to the chamber. And have you been to any of the events yet? No, not yet, And you can tell sometimes what their personality type is. It's like, do you want to go to luncheon next Thursday? I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. We'll meet in the parking lot. We'll walk in together.
Sometimes you can.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you start to see someone that's kind of very quiet and shy and they want to hide behind the curtain.
Yeah.
But you go up to them and say hi and you reel them in.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you see them a year later and you're like, wasn't that the guy that was behind the curtain?
Wouldn't talk to anybody.
Wouldn't talk to anybody. He sat in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's like front and center. Hey, I'm over here.
Yeah. It's
so
definite.
that's what I think is interesting about the chamber is that you
so many resources.
There is resources, but I think from a personal side of things, you can become a little bit more diversified, better listening, speaking, helping people.
When help is needed.
Help is needed. So it's very interesting. It kind of turns over a new leaf for not every single member, because not every member goes to a lot of our events, right, per se.
Yeah.
But when they do, when they put their best foot forward, you can see the ones that are really shining.
Right. And
you can, no matter what the business they do. The people I know that have put their best foot forward, seems like they financially and helping out make their position a lot better.
Oh, for sure. And, not to talk money or anything, but the price of joining the chamber is so reasonable.
Yeah.
And you get all these fantastic resources, plus we'll call it a whole referral system,
Yes.
People that know, like, and trust you, they're, they actually
members.
know you. They know what you do.
Right.
They know about you.
Right.
And they know your kid's names, your dog's name. It's like...
It's funny, but it's true.
And
it
so,
really is.
For what? Depending on what level you want it, but just your general membership, for the price of a couple dinners out, you've got a whole year of an entire network available to you.
Yeah, I think when the people go to the palmharborchamber.com website and they start to see the chamber events, and obviously you can go to the calendar and you can see, like, we're in the month of November right now, you can see all the events, every single one of them that's going on.
Yep.
You can sign up online, you can pay online for whatever, for example, our luncheon.
Yeah.
We have our Thanksgiving luncheon next week, right?
Yes.
So people can go on there and pay, and it's like, wow, my gosh, there's going to be 50, 60, 70 people there. Oh, that's a great opportunity to give thanks and also to give back, but also to have new members or newer members understand what they do and how you can help them.
Right.
Because some people don't know somehow, maybe how to take the next step. They're not sure how to do that.
Right.
And I think that's where our ambassadors, our members, really try to help them elevate their game.
Right.
It's important. I think it is.
I do.
And when you leave, you leave a luncheon and you get in your car, and you're like, yeah, I helped that guy. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
It feels good. Yeah. Because guess what? When I joined 7 years ago, someone else did it for me.
Right. Exactly.
Right? So it's nothing like giving back. So
yes.
Good. So what would you say to the folks that are listening? Why should they become a chamber member?
You should become a chamber member because it will benefit you, your business, your friendships, your community, everything. But it will help you grow your business. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you
Gotta
don't
put the time in.
And you don't know what you don't know. So just come, hang out, visit with us, and really find out what the chamber is all about, because it's not just the building that tourists go to find out what restaurant to go to. It's so much more, and you can do what you want, and you'll find yourself wanting to do more and more and take advantage of more and more things when you find out what's available. So
it's amazing how many people come to our events that are possible, just guests. They're like, hey, I just want to see what the experience is like and see who's here, and so on and so forth. Before you got here, there was a gentleman that walked in and they wanted to join the chamber. And I said, why don't you come here as a guest? And he goes, oh, you can do that? I'm like, absolutely. So it's most of these people that are thinking about becoming a member, they don't know the amount of resources that the chamber really has to offer to help them become more successful, say, as a business owner. Because he was a business owner.
Okay.
And he's like, hey, I'm trying to spread my wings. I'm trying to get my name out. I want to help out the community. And that's what we want to do.
Right.
Right?
Definitely.
And that's where we started.
Definitely.
So now we just take him under our wing.
Show him how it's done.
Julie, my jeweler, newly married.
Yep.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Again, throw out your website again.
It's www.juliemyjeweler.com.
Okay. And you're on Facebook. You're on Instagram.
Everything's Julie My Jeweler.
Julie My Jeweler.
Can't miss it. Email's the same.
Julie My Jeweler.
If you need me to remind you that, Christmas Day is 6 weeks from yesterday, happy to do that for you.
Yeah, Christmas is right around the corner. Well, thank you again for your time.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Thanks for
it.
having me. It's a lot of fun as always.
You're welcome.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Palm Harbor Chamber newsletter for updates and the next episode. A big thank you to our trustees for their incredible support. This podcast was produced by ABS Photo and Video.